Lock rolling out of the pocket. Oh, what was that? And he fumbles the ball forward. Michael Penix Jr. getting the start for the Atlanta Falcons. What's this mean for our Raiders, bro? This could be absolutely a game changer for the Las Vegas Raiders. Taking a chance of putting a rookie in who hasn't played all year is absolutely crazy. Could the Falcons be helping our Raiders? We will find out. What's good? What's good? Shane Butler, what's good, my man? How's it going? Uh, it's gonna be close, bro. It's gonna be close. If we can't, if we can't win today, then we are the worst team in football. Jacksonville is the worst in every single category. Lawrence, my guy, was good. I'm just watching this Falcons game and Michael Penix, hoping somehow Michael Penix can throw enough interceptions to help the Giants get a victory, right? Let's go, GMEN. But 3 and out. Drew Lock is not going to help us. It's not going to help us. I'm rooting for the kid, though. I am rooting for the kid. How's everybody holidays going? What's y'all's Christmas plans? Family coming to town? You going to see family? Hold up, I gotta get some glasses to read this shit. Because y'all know I'm old. Probably grab this bone too. Man, I tried to go live last night and the night before, but I don't know what happened with my damn computer. So it's live on the phone till I figure it out. For some reason StreamYard's not working and OBS is way behind when I go live and I can't see the damn chat. I appreciate you, Lawrence, coming in the other night. I couldn't see shit, so I apologize for not being live Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Look. Right, let's go Giants. All they got to do is throw the ball to Malik Neighbors, bro. I don't know why they don't understand this. They have a Brock Bowers over there. They play different positions, but come on. Malik Neighbors was, in my opinion, him and Brian Thomas Jr. were easily the 2 best receivers in the draft. I mean, look at Jaden Daniels' numbers with those kids. He just threw the ball up. You seen in the combine, he was like, no, I want my receivers. And they tore it up. Like, you want to see the Raiders win so we don't get Shador? Well, hey, that's a first. Most of the nation is down for Shador. I'm not on that train, bro. I'm not down with the flash. I'm not down with the throwing people's mouthpieces, trying to fight ball boys. I mean, that's just shit we don't need here. We have enough problems. We get enough penalties. We don't need stupid shit, and we sure the hell don't need his little big brother on the sideline all the time. What's good, Caruso 757? Appreciate you pulling up. Yeah, hit that like button. I'd appreciate it. 9 people in here. Let's get in the algorithm. All right, Penix in the gun. What's he got? London in motion. Handoff. Robinson. Ooh, nice cut. Another nice cut. Spin. Jesus, man. We need a running back like that, bro. We need a running back like that. And after watching college football last night, look, I was all aboard Ashton Genty. But I really don't think we need a running back in the first round or the second round. You could wait till the third round and probably, but man, that kid Blue is dynamic, bro. That kid is dynamic. All them running backs yesterday. The number one for Ohio State. What the hell's his name? That boy was balling too, dragging people. Come on, GMEN, get your defense together. I thought they had one of the best defenses last year. Hit as he throws, incomplete. Let's go. Come on, Michael Penix. Make some bad throws. He looks pretty good, though. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let me catch up to this chat. You watching the Eagles? It pains me to see. Yeah, I know, man. We could have had Saquon so easily, and we had the money that it wouldn't even hurt us. Like it would have been nothing on the cap. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. They just open a Davis hot chicken here. Oh, where I live, nice. About to make a run and get some for the kids before the game. Hell yeah. Chicken before the game, I'm down. Let me know how it is. You want to take a corner in the first round? Who? Travis Hunter? Damn, I can't think of nobody's names right now. I kind of like the kid from Michigan. You know, he was there with Harbaugh for 2 years. He got hurt a little bit. There's a couple of kids in this draft that got hurt. That would have been probably top corners, but hey, I'm down with Travis Hunter. I don't know though. His athletic ability is great, but you see his shit going on with his girlfriend and the OnlyFans and all that shit. Like, if that kid is that much in love with that girl that he can't see the blindness, I don't know if he's worth drafting in the first round for us. Like, he might be a good player, but bro, it comes down to mental, especially in Vegas, bro. Especially in Vegas. If you wrapped up in that girl, Vegas is gonna wrap that kid up. There's a stripper on every corner, bro. Like, if he can't handle that one little mamacita, I don't know if Vegas is the place for my man, but what do you say? I want us to also take a giant slob at defensive tackle. Hey man, that's one thing that this draft is stacked, bro, with defensive tackles, with offensive linemen. I don't know how many of them are pure first day starters, but there's a lot of offensive linemen, defensive linemen. Edge is stacked, running back is stacked. It's just not a good quarterback draft. I like a bunch of quarterbacks in this draft, but some people say I'm biased or crazy. I don't know how to be biased about a college kid, but you'd be happy if you got Cade Klubnik. I think Cade's going to come back for another year. Like I said, man, we don't need a quarterback really this year. I would be totally happy if we went and got Justin Fields for 1 year, or even Cousins. And people are going to say, no, not Kirk Cousins. But if Michael Penix turns out to be a decent-ass quarterback, why wouldn't you want a guy like Kirk Cousins, if you're bringing in a rookie? Just makes sense. He don't have to play. And if he does play, play him for, 4 or 5 games like they planned on doing with Gardner Minshew this year and let it go. If not, we still got Aiden back there. And I think Aiden can beat out Kirk Cousins, bro. Like, people are going to say I'm crazy, but I think Aiden O'Connell could beat out Kirk Cousins. And no, he didn't beat out Gardner Minshew last year, but I think that whole quarterback thing was biased as hell. Luke Getsy wanted Gardner. That was his guy. And Aiden really didn't get a shot, in my opinion. we see he's a much better quarterback. But I mean, there's lots of routes we go. There's a lot of guys coming out next year. I really like Notre Dame's quarterback, Riley Leonard. I've been talking about Riley Leonard for the last couple months. I was like, man, if this kid, makes it to the playoffs and this team plays like they have been and beats some of these big ass college teams, with these nothing but defense NFL players on their roster, like Ohio State or Georgia, like these guys, they have NFL defensive rosters. These kids are studs. And if Notre Dame, and Riley Leonard, bro, if they can continue to play like that and beat some of these teams, you have to watch out for that kid. I'm telling you, Riley Leonard is mobile. He has an arm. And if you want to see fucking what a franchise quarterback looks like, go read the letter he wrote. It's called The Letter to Notre Dame by Riley Leonard. Look it up, Google it, whatever. It's a long-ass letter, but read that shit. That kid is a fucking, excuse my language on Sunday, but that kid is an NFL franchise quarterback, bro. You could build around that kid, I guarantee you. That kid is going to be a star in this league, bro. Watch. Riley Leonard. Write it down. Take it to the bank. Whoever picks that kid is going to have a damn good quarterback for a long time. Now, he might have to sit for a year, maybe a year and a half, but he's a smart-ass kid, and he learns fast, and I don't even think he'd have to sit for a year. Like, an offseason might be enough for that kid to jump in and pick it up. He fucking killed it at Duke. And Duke is not like a football school. It's a basketball school, so watch out for Riley Leonard. Eagles getting lucky again. Eagles are, man, they got a damn good quarterback. They got two of the best receivers in the NFL. They always have a good offensive line. The Eagles are going to make some waves. They got my corner, Quinyon Mitchell, which, man, I know we got Brock Bowers, but Quinyon Mitchell was that dude. I was saying all year. And so far, everybody that I was talking about in the draft last year that I wanted the Raiders to get are balling out wherever they are. So I'm just saying, might know a little bit about football and prospects. And I'm telling you, watch out for Riley Leonard. That kid is going to make some noise. But he's only a sophomore, so he's not no, he's a senior, right? Yeah, he's a senior. That's his last year, so he'll be in this draft, and that dude's going to he's going to surprise some people. I'm rooting for us to get our shit together. Well, I don't know. You might have to do a whole lot of praying to whoever your God is to make that happen, bro. Getting our shit together is not in the near future. It's gonna be a while. We just got too many working parts. Handoff up the middle, and the Giants are moving the ball, baby. Let's go. You want the Giants at number one? I want number one because, maybe, just maybe, and I don't think, I think the Raiders ruined the number one pick. If we get it for us, I believe we spoiled it totally because everybody knows, and they made it totally known that they want a quarterback, and everybody pretty much thinks it's Shador, and Shador says he wants to be a Raider, and you don't go public with that shit. Like, you don't tell everybody, who you want. It's like, if you're going to buy a new car, bro, you don't walk in there and say, like, look at the car and be like, oh my God, yes, I want it. How much? Hell no. You go in there, you test drive it. You be like, all right, well, I don't know. I'll see. I'm going to go look at some other places. Don't call them back. I guarantee you that car company is going to be calling like, hey, so I got another deal for you. Oh, I got another deal for you. I got another deal for you. Man, you can't just tell people, what you want. Especially in the NFL draft. You got to be like, nah, bro, we're looking at this dude. We're looking at this dude. We need this position. We're looking at this guy. We like this guy. Like, it's lion season, bro. It's lion season. You got to be lying to everybody. And I believe Mark Davis is lying to everybody saying, oh, I just want to win. I don't think he wants to win. I don't really think he wants to win. I think he wants Shador. I think he's in love with Shador like he was with Tom Brady. And that's just my opinion. But, you know, hopefully Mark Davis isn't involved like he said. Like he said, it's up to his general manager, and it's going to be Tom Brady, which I really thought was funny that, hold up, let me see this handoff. They are on the 30-yard line. Let's go. 25, 23. Giants are in field goal range. No, I'm not messed up about the Giants, you know, keeping first place. I think either way we're good, right? As long as we continue to lose. But I don't care about that either. I don't mind us winning. I mean, this team has played their asses off this year. They have battled, and it's wrong for people to say, just because we want this player, we want this team to lose, bro. You know what they've been through. You know how they fought. You know the injuries and the pain and the struggle and the suffering this team has put in and day out to not win one game, to go on a 10-game losing streak. Have you ever played sports, anybody? If you ever played sports, losing sucks, bro. Losing sucks ass. And when you give it your all over and over and over again, every day, and there's no results, nothing to be rewarded from, bro, these guys are hungry. They want to win. They don't care about that first round pick. We got choices. We're willing to give three first round picks up if that's the case. Like, they were willing to do it last year. Natural Born Raiders podcast. Salute, my brother. What's good? So I don't think that's the main focus. I think right now the main focus is building this franchise. We have a quarterback's not going to fix it. Now it might. I mean, it could. It's happened before. Look what it did. You know, it wasn't just a quarterback, but the Texans, they got their quarterback, but they also moved up and they got another first round pick and they got the best defensive player in the draft. So if we do that, we're good. But man, I think we have too many holes. We have no running game. Absolutely no running game. Can we get that in free agency? Yes, but Tom Telesco don't like to spend money in free agency. That's why we ended up with Madison. So handoff, cuts back to the 10, spin move down to the 8, and the G-Men are driving. Let's go. Ray Love in the building. Jeffrey, what's good? What's good? We are just trying to root for these Giants to win a game or maybe lose a game. But nah, I want the Giants to win. Keep us in sole position of first place. It makes it, makes it worth a lot more money. Not money, but a lot more picks. And like I said, I think we kind of ruined it by telling everybody who we want. Because if they don't want the same guy, why move up for him, right? Especially if you're second, if you're second and you want Cam Ward or you want Travis Hunter, you're not going to move up to first to get him because you know who the Raiders are taking. Same thing at second. If you're sitting at second or you're sitting at third and you're like, damn, I really want this guy. Do I move up to first to get him so nobody else does? If the Raiders are sitting at first, nobody's moving up to get anybody. They're like, he's going to be there at second unless it's the guy that they want. Which you don't know. I mean, there could be teams like Jacksonville, There could be teams like Miami that want a quarterback. Tua's got injury after injury problem. The concussions, they don't know how long Tua's going to play. That could be a sneaky team that tries to come in and get a Cam Ward, that's from Miami. Nobody's talking about that shit. Hot take. Nobody's talking about Miami. Cam Ward played for the Miami Hurricanes. Like, why wouldn't you keep him at home if you're Miami and try to move up in this draft? You're sitting at 4. You don't have to move up that far. Tua's not your guy, bro. That dude's got concussion problems. He's one hit away from maybe never playing again. I mean, that's serious shit. And if you're Miami and you have Tyreek Hill and Waddle and all these weapons, why wouldn't you go get a Cam Ward? Like, why wouldn't you move up in the draft? What do you got to lose? You have a team. They have a defense. They have a good head coach. They have a system around there where they can win now if they moved up and got the Shador Sanders or a Cam Ward. Like, There's teams that are going to do that. The Jets, you know, they continue to win, but they're not staying with Aaron Rodgers. You think they're going to go for, I mean, who are they going to go for? I don't know. They might go Sam Darnold. I don't see the Jets bringing Sam Darnold back. You know, they might go Kirk Cousins cheap because he's probably going to be on a minimum deal this year. There's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways the Raiders could go. We don't have to take a quarterback in the first round. There's quarterbacks that are probably going to fall to the third or fourth round that we could pick up in the second or the third because we have 2 third-round picks. So we can risk, reach in the third on a quarterback that we think might be the guy just to bring him in, and then go for a guy next year. Wide receiver, better sign. You know, Justin Fields, he's not a great quarterback. He's not accurate, and that's, besides the fact that the Steelers were going to have to pay him a lot more money if he played any more games. They were going to have to give up a 4th round pick this year instead of a 6th round. That's why Justin Fields ain't in there. But come on, man, against us, he was not very accurate. Rick, my guy, was good. So I don't know. It depends. That Giants organization, man, you don't really know with upper management what's going on over there. They could go get a Justin Fields and not even want a quarterback. Like, there's so many scenarios. Like, it's just way too early to say who's gonna go where. I gotta get a drink. Oh my God, I got cut now. Oh yes, come to Papa, come to Papa. But yeah, man, I don't know. What y'all's thoughts? Who do y'all want? If the Raiders end up at number 1, who do you take? Who do you take? 9 people, 11 people. Who do you take if the Raiders end up number 1? What's my idea of what? Sean who? I think Fields would be a good signing if you're just trying to get a bridge guy for a year. And, get a rookie this year, let him battle it out with Aiden O'Connell, and, say a Justin Fields. I think the only reason we didn't get Justin Fields last year was because of Luke Getsy. Like, touchdown, GMEN! Can't believe I'm rooting for the Giants. Actually, I don't care who wins this game. Jackson Dart's going to fall, but he might. I don't know. He could stay, though. I think he's got 1 more year of eligibility, but I could be wrong. But Jackson Dart wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be a bad for a team to go say, hey, Lane Kiffin, you want to come run another NFL offense and get you another shot at maybe being back in the NFL? I don't know if Lane Kiffin would take that, but there's been rumors that the Giants are taking Cam Ward and they are taking his offensive coordinator from Miami. It's a package deal. So there have been many rumors on that. And if that's the case, then the Giants probably do care if they don't care if they're number 1 because everybody knows who the Raiders want. The Raiders, man, they ruin everything. They could screw up a wet dream, I'm telling you, bro. They probably screwed up a couple of mine. I'm just saying. I don't know how they do that shit. There are only 2 quarterbacks worth drafting. If you don't take one of them, then we'll get the same results next year. Okay, why do you say there's only 2 quarterbacks in this draft? Did you not see what Riley Leonard did against a top team? Cam Ward has not played any top teams like Riley Leonard just played. And they still lost enough games, 2 games, not to be in the playoffs. Shedeur Sanders hasn't played any teams nowhere close to the teams that Ohio State's playing, that Georgia's playing, that Texas is playing. All these quarterbacks are playing way better teams than your boy Shedeur and Cam Ward that everybody says are the only quarterbacks in this draft. I'm sorry, they are not. They are not. If Cam Ward, you know, he's that guy. But go look at his shit last year. Go look at his stats the year before. Yes, he has progressed and got better, and yes, he has a ceiling where he can get better and better. But he's a gunslinger. Cam Ward throws the ball down the field. He makes stupid decisions, which is why Miami is not in the playoffs, because his turnovers, his fumbles, dumb decisions. Or Miami would have been in the playoffs and would have had a shot for him to showcase that he's that quarterback. I don't believe these are the top quarterbacks, bro. Shedeur Sanders has been sacked more than any quarterback in college football. He has like almost 50 sacks this year. He also makes some dumb decisions. Yes, he has a good arm. Yes, he is very accurate. But when you get past 40 yards, he's not. And in the NFL, you have to be able to throw the ball 60 yards down the field sometimes, flat-footed. He can't do that. He's only been coached by one person his whole entire collegiate career. That's his father. How are you going to take being coached by somebody else? He's only been coached by one offensive coordinator his own college. He's had the same offense coordinator both schools, I do believe. I could be wrong. You can't tell me that there is only 2 quarterbacks in this draft, bro. If Cade Klubnik came out as a sophomore, he would blow these guys out of the water in the combine, I'm telling you. He has just as good an arm. He's way more mobile. And same with Riley Leonard, bro. Riley Leonard, go look at his stats. He's got almost 600 yards rushing and like 8 or 9 touchdowns, I do believe. Like, this man is a dual threat quarterback. People want dual threat quarterback. It's not about color, bro. You don't have to be a black quarterback to be dual threat. You don't have to be a white quarterback to be stand in the pocket. Like, you can be both. Like, you could be both. And I don't know why everybody is so fixated on Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders. They didn't even make the playoffs. A real good quarterback, a great quarterback, a number 1 quarterback would carry your team to the playoffs. You would win those games. You would come back and win those games. You're getting smoked against teams that are not even ranked in the top 25. He complained about his O-line. Like, you know, Shedeur Sanders, we don't have a great O-line. We don't even know if this O-line is going to be the same O-line, if they're going to change it up in the draft, if they're going to mix it around. We have problems on the O-line. We don't know who our receiver is going to be. We don't know who our coach is going to be. And you're going to bring in Shedeur and think he's going to save this franchise and we're going to the Super Bowl in a year? Or Cam Ward? Or Riley Leonard? It doesn't work that way, bro. We're not just a quarterback away. We have problems on the offensive line. We have no run game at all whatsoever. And you cannot win in the NFL during regular season without a run game. 79 yards or 70 yards a game is not going to cut it in the NFL. And in the playoffs, you're going to get laughed at, bro. You're going to get laughed at. No run game in the playoffs, those teams are done. Look at teams that go to the playoffs and can't run the ball. Game over. They're out. Playoffs are over. So if you don't have a solid run game and you can average over 100 yards a game and throw the ball down the field with a good quarterback and a solid defense, you're not winning in the playoffs. And we do not have any of those. Yes, our defense has been okay. Yes, they're ranked, 15th in passing, or 9th in passing, I do believe, and 17th in the run. That's not bad for the injuries that we've had. But those aren't playoff numbers, and those aren't winning numbers. That's why we're, 2-12. So we need more than a quarterback, bro. And there's more than 2 quarterbacks in this draft. And you're going to find out when the Senior Bowl comes around, when all these guys are on the same level with the same receivers, the same offensive line. And I don't know if Shedeur or Cam Ward is going to enter the Senior Bowl or any of these bowls. I mean, they should, but most quarterbacks, when you think you're the number 1 guy and you're the best quarterback in the country, you don't. And to me, to prove you're the best quarterback in the country, or you should be number 1, you should enter the bowl game. You should be in these games. You should be proving that you're number 1. And I think there's a lot of quarterbacks that people are sleeping on that are going to surprise some people, just like last year. Every year, quarterbacks move up. Every year, quarterbacks move up. The only reason these guys... But if Shedeur Sanders wasn't Sanders, if it wasn't Deion's son, if Deion wasn't in the media promoting his kid like he does every single day, 3 times a day, Deion is on every show talking about Hunter and Shedeur Sanders. That's why everybody is on Shedeur Sanders. If Deion was in the media talking about Cade Klubnik or are any of these quarterbacks, dude. What's that quarterback from Georgia? Lugway, or not Lugway, from Florida that's been hurt all day? I mean, hurt all year off and on. Like, that's another good quarterback. There's all kinds of quarterbacks in this thing. If they were promoted, like Deion Sanders promotes Shador Schrader, they would be talked about number one too. Like, Deion Sanders is the best promoter, dude, and he has promoted his son since day one. That's why everybody says it's a 2-quarterback race. It's not, bro. It's far from a 2-quarterback race. There are guys like Carson Beck that was, picked to be number 1 quarterback this year coming up. Yes, he's had struggles. Yes, their team has had injuries. Yes, he's thrown interceptions. Same thing with the quarterback, Texas quarterback. These guys are playing teams that are in the top 10. They're playing like 3 teams in the top 10. They're not playing some schools that are, 5 and, got a losing record. They're playing teams with winning records. They're playing teams with, 10 or 15 kids are going into college every single year in the draft. So I'm telling you, there's a big difference. Don't sleep on these quarterbacks. And there's a lot of people that say, they have Cam Ward out of the top 50 players going into college. A lot of people have Cam Ward like 17th. Some people have him 14th. Some people have Shador like 7th or 8th. Some people have him at 10th or 14th. If you're only the 14th best player in the draft, do you take him at number 1 because you need a quarterback? Isn't that a reach? Don't people bitch and complain about reaches? Wasn't DJ Glaze, everybody said, was a reach last year because we went and got him in the 3rd round? Look how he turned out. I mean, reaches could be good, right? But everybody bitches when you reach. And to me, taking a quarterback, any of these quarterbacks, 1, 2, 3, 4, or even 5 is a reach. It's not always about bowl games. Sanders has been talked about before college because of his ability to get it done on the field. In fact, the person who speaks Sanders was Ray Lewis. I know. So there you go. Another NFL guy, Ray Lewis, talking about Sanders. Well, because of his father, Deion Sanders, I guarantee you, he is trained by Tom Brady, the best quarterback in the history of the NFL. And you still couldn't take your team to a bowl game. You were trained by Tom Brady for the last 4 years, bro, and you're still not the best quarterback in this draft. Like, come on. The kid has every opportunity more than anybody. You're trained by the best quarterbacks. You have the best staff around you. Your father's training you. Like, come on. He knows everybody in college football, everybody in the NFL. Like, this kid has been, yes, mentored to be a professional quarterback his whole entire life. Is he going to be a good quarterback? I believe he will. I believe he's going to kill it in the NFL. Is he worth taking number 1? I just don't see it. I don't see it. Or Cam Ward. I don't see a number 1 quarterback in this draft. Now, if you're sitting at 2 or 3, take him because you need a quarterback. But if you have an opportunity to get a guy like a Travis Hunter, or like even one of these top receivers in the draft, like Trey Harris at a Ole Miss, like, come on, man. These guys can change franchises around also, and then you can go other ways. Free agencies. You have a quarterback that's, going into his 3rd year that nobody still knows what he's got, and we're about to find out in a couple hours. And probably the rest of the season, what Aiden has. But, man, there's so many ways to go. Not trained, mentored, not the same. No, he's been trained and mentored. Same thing. There's pictures of him working out on the grass with Tom Brady. That's training him, bro. Training his mechanics, training his footwork, that's training. Now, mentoring, yes, Tom Brady calls him, talks to him every day. I know all that shit. But I'm just saying, if all that wasn't in the media and it wasn't that big, would he still be the top quarterback with with their record, with his stats? Is it enough to be that guy and him to be talked about as a number 1 quarterback? Me, in my opinion, I just don't believe it. And I can have my opinion. You can have yours. I respect yours. I'm just saying I don't see it. Now, you might believe that, and a lot of the nation believes that Shador's that guy, and that's fine. If he's that guy, that man, that's great. I'm not messed up about it. I just think it's risky, and I think if you have the number one pick, there's just so many ways you can go. If somebody else wants it, and you can get more draft capital, then yes. But man, if you're sitting at 3 and Shador's there or Cam Ward's there, do you take him? But that's the question. We're not going to be sitting at 3. We're probably looking at 7, 5, or 6. Then who do we take? Because none of those guys are there. Now, like I said, if you're at 1 or 2, then yeah, take him and go, swing for the fences. He's going to be a good quarterback in this league. I guarantee you. He has all the mechanics. He has all the training. If he can clean up the shit he's knocked about, like Jaden Daniels did. Look, Jaden Daniels, a lot of people said took too many sacks, held the ball too long, made bad decisions sometimes when under pressure. And he fixed all that. They got the best trainers. They got him, little virtual reality headset he puts on and plays Madden with. And they did all that stuff to help him. So, yeah, he could be that guy. But that's a talk for after this week, right? After this week, because we're playing Jacksonville, who is the worst in every category in the NFL, bro, right now. So, with them being the worst in every category, if we cannot beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, then you can't say, I guess you could say we're tanking, because everybody's going to say we're tanking if we don't beat them. But if we don't beat the Jacksonville Jaguars and we're, throwing the ball down the field, running the ball, and we just keep turning the ball over and we lose because of that, then damn, we have way more holes than a running back. Like, we have 5 linebackers going into this year. Only two have played. The rest have sat on the bench or been hurt. People say we need linebacker. What about Amari Gaynor, bro? Amari Gaynor was a killer in North Carolina. Was a killer at Florida State. Everywhere he's been. Shout out Kyle Tyler, who just subscribed. Appreciate you. 9 people in here. By the way, I am like less than a handful away from 1,000. So if y'all could hit that subscribe button if you like what you see, or hit them likes, thumbs up, I'd appreciate the hell out of you. And much love if you do subscribe. Somehow my channel's going backwards. Like, I'm gonna get to 1,000 before I have the watch hours, but that's my fault. I should have been on here more. Just saw Saquon run for a long TD. Man. Yeah. They should have never got rid of Josh Jacobs. They should have just paid the man. But that's what Tom Telesco doing, Like I said before, Tom Telesco knew what the heart and soul was of this team. On the offense and the defense. Amik Robinson, Josh Jacobs, and he let both of them walk and kept guys like Jenkins. Intercepted. Oh, my God. Atlanta to the house. Touchdown. Oh, flag down on the play. Damn it. But yes, there are more games to understand. Just get it done. Sanders had a bad line. Still gets it. Nah, bro, like, look, you got to understand when you say, look, natural born Raiders, when you say all these other guys just aren't ready and Shador is, of course he's ready. Deion Sanders has been working to make sure this kid was picked number 1, and he's backtracked on everything he said. He had guaranteed a week ago, he guaranteed Shador Sanders was going to be the number 1 pick. Guaranteed it. Guaranteed. He said, I guarantee my son will be number 1. And the Giants will not trade back if they have the number 1 pick. and my son will be number one. So he basically guaranteed the Giants will take his son or the Raiders will take his son. And I don't see either one happening. I don't see the Giants taking him. I see the Giants probably taking Cam Ward if they have number one. And they're, and bringing in their offensive coordinator. If that doesn't happen, then, hey, I was wrong. But that's what I see happening. And now Deion's saying, he said he wasn't going to let him play for certain teams. Now he's saying he didn't even say that. He's going to let Shedeur make his own decisions. But this guy has trained his son to be the first overall pick in the draft because he knows what it means. He knows what the payout is. And that's what he's been grooming him to do. So, look, they didn't run the ball a lot in Colorado. And they also threw to their tight end 6 times, bro. 6 times Shedeur Sanders threw to a tight end this year. Who's our number one player on offense? It's a tight end. Now, can he change that? Can he throw over the middle more? Can he hit those drag routes? Can he hit those slant routes? Because I don't see it happening too much. I don't see him throwing over the middle that much. I see him throwing sideline to sideline, throwing it up to Travis Hunter. He does throw over the middle. Yes, I'm not saying he doesn't. But Shedeur does not throw to the tight ends very much. Now, if you go back and look at Jackson State, he threw to the tight ends a little more, but it was only like 20-something times all year long. Why do you want to draft a quarterback that doesn't throw the ball to the tight end? And that's not his number one target. When that's our number one target as Brock Bowers, he needs to be first look every single time because that's our future. And I want a quarterback that's going to, go through his progressions, look over his reads. And Shedeur does that. He does. He'll look first, second, third. That's why he takes a lot of sacks because he's slow at reading those progressions. But come on, man. He's thrown to one person 94 times. Almost 30 difference. 30 difference. 30 times more he threw to Travis Hunter. That's a lot of his stats, bro. So take Travis Hunter out of the equation. Are his numbers the same? Very well could be. I don't know. But there's too many questions for me. But I'm saying there's not only 2 quarterbacks. And if I'm wrong, hey, I'll take it like a man. I'll come back on here and say, shout out to my guy, Natural Born Raiders podcast. I was wrong. But until then, bro, it's going to take all season to say whether we're right or wrong. But I think Shedeur will be that guy. But I think he needs to sit for a year. I don't think he's to come out and be ready. I mean, look how Caleb Williams is doing right now in Chicago. He's struggling, bro. Caleb Williams is struggling bad. He has weapons galore. He's a mobile quarterback. He is way more mobile than most quarterbacks in this league, except for Lamar Jackson. Like, Caleb Williams can run the damn football, but he's struggling his ass off right now in Chicago. Do I think Caleb Williams is a better quarterback than Shedeur Sanders? Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Has way more weapons, way stronger arm, way more athletic. And he's hurting right now. He's hurting in Chicago. And yes, they've had 2 coaches. Yes, they've changed shit around. But they also did that in Las Vegas last year with Aiden O'Connell. And that man didn't flinch, didn't blink. So you could have a quarterback already. You don't know. I said that because they're in last when I meant lost. The season's gonna be sour. Ah, man, don't let the Raiders ruin your Christmas, bro. It's gonna be all right. You probably get a win today, and it's gonna even ruin your people's Christmas even more. I don't know, bro. It's going to be a close-ass game. I think, maybe 23-22 Raiders, like a 1-point game. But I don't know if they scored that many points. Jacksonville is bad, though. Yeah, it's probably going to be This probably might be the highest scoring Raiders game all season. All season. Because Jacksonville is just bad in every category. And if the Raiders are really trying to win like they say, you know, we can blow them out of the water or we can shit the bed. Either way, it just depends on what they're trying to do. Hoping we could be happy in 2025. Raiders team more. Bro, look, this season should not have been like it is. And I know all the critics and everybody said the Raiders are only going to win 4 games. The Raiders aren't going to win more than 6 games. And all those people were right. But they must have had a crystal ball because all those people could have not predicted the Raiders having the injuries we've had, the quarterback roller coaster that we had, which everybody, you know, Antonio Pierce preached all off season. He didn't want to put a Band-Aid on the quarterback. He didn't want it to be a roller coaster. Bro, there's not a Band-Aid big enough to stop this bleeding right now. We're on a 10-game slide, and they don't make Band-Aids that big. Like, they don't even make staples that big. You couldn't staple this wound to stop the bleeding. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's rough. It's rough. If AP stays and they bring in a quarterback, is it going to be the same? If AP goes and they bring in a quarterback, is it going to be the same? Like, nobody's going to come in on this staff and bring in a whole new coaching staff with a whole new coach. And yes, you could say it happened in San Diego with the Chargers or Los, whatever the hell they are. But is it going to happen in Vegas? No, I don't know, bro. I don't see a coach coming in, bringing in a whole new system, and turning this franchise around overnight. You're sad Clemson lost? Texas is hard to beat, bro. Like, the thing about the college playoffs is, you know, I love the fact that they have 12 teams in there. But I really thought Ole Miss and Alabama should have been in there instead of, you know, some of these teams. And they can't go by record. You have to go by strength of schedule in college. And I think we've seen that this week or yesterday and Saturday. I mean, yesterday and Friday. You know, these smaller teams like Indiana, SMU, yes, you have great records. But again, they didn't really play anybody, like kind of like Colorado. Like, they didn't play any hard ranked teams. They might have played one ranked team all year, you know, or a team that was ranked in the top 20 all year, if that. So, you know, Indiana, the same thing. Yes, they have a great quarterback. They have a pretty solid offensive line. But they were just not ready to deal with to just nonstop, you know, NFL caliber defensive linemen and defensive ends and corners and linebackers, you know, just blitzing and coming at them all day long. So Clemson is a bigger school. That game was a lot closer than some of the other games. But, man, you know, Penn State just walloped those guys. And is it going to be the same when they play Boise State? Because, you know, Boise State's another one of those smaller schools where they have Ashton Genty, they have a decent quarterback, but their depth is nowhere near Penn State's. And Penn State, what the hell is his name? Abdul Carter. Oh my God, bro. Look, if we're sitting at 6 or 7 somehow, and Abdul Carter is not on the board, and the Raiders do not draft him, I'm erasing this, bro. I'm erasing this. I don't know how, but I'm okay. I can't erase it, but come on, man. Abdul Carter is a freak of nature. That kid is a game changer. He is gonna destroy offensive linemen in this. Oh my God, bro. He's a tackle killer. Like, he's a tackle killer. That guy. $7-10. Michael Penix with the ball. I gotta go back to football. Ball on the 12. Fake read, handoff, pitch, catch, first down. Mooney down to the 30. Do I have Mooney on my fantasy this week? Fuck, I forgot to change my fantasy team. Oh well. I'm not in the playoffs anyways. The Chicago Bears are just bad, bro. Bad. 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 You know, all this talk about we need a quarterback, right? The Raiders have to have a quarterback. We have to draft a quarterback. Why is nobody looking at the fact? Oh, God, I'm going to go out here and smoke. I probably need different glasses. Now, don't get me wrong with my Raider glasses. Woo woo. Now, don't get me wrong, because I'm not saying, like, this guy is the franchise or is the future. But nobody's talking about Aiden O'Connell, man. Like, last year, right? The last 5 games of the season with 2 offensive coordinators, 2 head coaches, was 3rd on the depth chart, not drafted number 1 in the NFL, like Caleb Williams. Comes in, has a pretty good year, right? 5-4, 12 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, drafted in the 4th round. Like I said, 2 offensive coordinators. The last one never called plays before in his life. And this kid comes in and doesn't blink, doesn't flinch, goes in and beats the Kansas City Chiefs on Christmas Day. Yes, with the help from his team because it's a football game. But goes 3-1 in the division. Not only that, but he ends his season, the last 5 games, with 9 touchdowns, 1 interception. Doesn't put his head down. He's not on the sidelines crying. He's not, throwing his hands up every play saying my offensive line sucks. I have no running game. The kid just went out and balled and balled and balled and balled and almost got us in the playoffs as a 4th round pick. You got Caleb Williams over here with the Bears who just looks like ass, bro. And he was drafted number 1. Like, I don't see how people evaluate quarterbacks and can look at a guy that has the moxie that Aiden O'Connell has the mental toughness. No, he's not mobile. No, he's not a statue. Yes, he's going to make bad decisions, but not near as bad as Caleb Williams, who was drafted number 1 overall. Not near as bad as Bryce Young, who was drafted number 1 overall. 4th round pick, bro. 4th round pick. No receivers. A struggling, rotating offensive line. Watch what that kid does again today. Just watch. And to top it all off, he's going to get Andre James back at center. Andre James, bro. Ooh, it's a nice day out here. But it's cold. Sorry, I had to jump up and down. It's fucking chilly. Hit them likes, hit them likes. Welcome to Raiders Unleashed. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you've been here before, subscribe again. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, man, like, bro, I'm telling you, this Aiden O'Connell kid, the more you look at what he went through last year, the more you look at his numbers that he put up, the more you look at the injuries that he's going to come back and try to play through when he shouldn't even be out there. And I know it's just a bruised knee, and a broken thumb. That, come on, it's not going to heal in 4 weeks. You're still going to have some. I broke my thumb, bro. 4 weeks? Come on. I went to work every day with a broken thumb, but it seemed like it was like 3 months before it healed completely. But this kid has never cried, He's taken all the blame for the losses. He took the blame for the Kansas City loss when he's not the one that hiked the ball or the one that tapped the guy saying to hike the ball. He just carries himself like a professional, bro. Professional. Now, is he the greatest quarterback in the NFL? No. Is he Tom Brady? No. But does he carry himself like that? Yes. Yes, he does, in my opinion. And if you put him on a team like Tom Brady was on, with a Belichick, with a run game and one of the best defenses in the NFL, like we were supposed to have, this kid is going to, man, could surprise some people. So like he did 340 yards, 2 touchdowns against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm just saying, if we win this game against Jacksonville and somehow mess around and pull it out against the Saints, then what? Then what? Aiden O'Connell should not be in there if we're trying to not win games, bro. I'm telling you. He should not, because he's going to do something and mess around and cost us a lot of draft spots, which is good for him because you're going to have a lesser quarterback battle, which I don't think that's what he wants. I think the kid loves the battle. I think he likes to fight. And I don't think he ever lost last year and should have been starting this whole time. And we would have had a whole different team, bro, this year. And another thing I want to talk about, bro, what is going on with Trey Tucker? Now, everybody said Trey Tucker was supposed to be that guy this year, right? He was going to have the breakout year. The man has 65 targets, right? 65 targets. But he has 45 catches for 450 yards, bro. 450 yards. Brock Bowers has 90 catches, plus 90 plus catches for only 900 and something yards. Jacoby Myers has 60 something catches for only 700 and something yards. Why the hell is Trey Tucker not getting the ball more? Like a lot more. Like a lot more. You can't tell me you're not trying to win. You're trying to win games when you can look at stats like that and say, holy shit, bro. This kid has caught the ball 20 times less than anybody on our team, but he is third in yards, and it's not by far. Yes, my phone is shaking because I'm freezing my ass off. Woo-wee. Now, I think it has to do completely a lot with... Good Lord, cat. Oh my God, I almost died. Did you gotta get that on camera? Holy shit. Try not to step on her, broke my toe. Oh. Man, I thought the Giants were gonna have a chance to win this game. Atlanta's getting ready to score again. Michael Penix is better than I thought. No. That run game, bro. See, look, you could have a rookie quarterback. You could have a rookie quarterback and a run game like the Washington Redskins do, like this team right here, the Atlanta Falcons do, and still win ball games, bro. Your quarterback don't have to throw it 40 times a game. Oh, shit. Oh, I think that toe is broke. Flipping cat. Never walk inside with glasses on in the dark with a black cat, a gray cat. So we make KC salty. KC is always salty, even when they win. AOC is not the problem; it's everything around him. I agree with that too, but I don't think he's the solution just because, you know, the injuries this year. He's just not athletic enough now. If the guy can continue to progress, oh my God, touchdown Atlanta. The Giants are not going to win. I really thought that, damn, really thought this was going to help the Giants and give them the best chance at a victory this year, but it's not looking that way. It is not looking that way. B. John Robinson is a dog. And that is why we need to get a running back in this draft. Second round, bro. I don't care. I don't care if there's 50 running backs in this draft and you could still say, oh, I could take one in the third or the fourth or the sixth like we did last year. He doesn't get any play time. No, no, no. We need a running back, bro. Like, in this draft, it has to be top rounds. Like, we have 2 third-round picks. Use one of them to get a running back, bro. There's too many in this draft that are going to be gone quick. I have a feeling. There'll probably be one taken in the first round. There'll probably be a couple in the second round. Usually third or fourth round is when all the running backs start to pile off the board. But there's a lot this year, bro. There's a lot. But we need one of those top guys. Like, whoever's the fastest in the combine with the best hands and the best, you know, wiggle and vision and low pad level and low center of gravity. That's who we need. A run game makes everything better, dude. Look how Aiden O'Connell did last year. It wasn't because Aiden O'Connell is a great quarterback or he's going to be the next Tom Brady. It's because he had a running game. He had a receiver in Devontae Adams who got double teamed almost every play, which left guys open, and Aiden could find the guys and pick them apart. They got rid of Devontae. We don't have that no more. Like, really would have helped this team, I think, too. Just having him out there, even if you didn't throw him the ball 50 times a game, like they tried to force it to him. But yeah, you know, he had weapons. We had Josh Jacobs who could come in any game and give us a 100-yard game on, you know, 10 or 15 carries. Most of the time it took 20, but we don't have that this year. We have nobody that could give us that. And the guys we do have, they're not running the run system that fits their system. Like, so, man. But this is a perfect example. Just look at the Atlanta Falcons. They put in a rookie quarterback. They're not asking them to do too much. They're running the hell out of the ball. Their defense is doing what they need to do, getting their team off the field and getting their offense as many touches and as many possessions as possible. Ooh, that is a ugly jacket, bro. Daryl Johnson. That man was a beast, but good Lord, that jacket, bro. Whew. I want to see his jacket. Look at that jacket. What is he wearing? I've seen ugly Christmas sweaters, but ugly Christmas jackets? Who can we get as a good OC next year? That's the problem, kid. I don't think there's I don't think we're getting a good OC because most of the good OCs are gonna want head coaching jobs or they're not leaving where they're at. Now, if you bring in a head coach, you know, that has some pull and knows some guys in this league that can maybe bring some guys with him, you know, to get some guys to come in and bite into a system and leave jobs they're in, maybe. But the best route is college. You're going to have to go take one of these college head coaches, offer them an offensive coordinating job, and hope it works, or you're going to have to sacked, fumble. Oh my goodness, the Giants are bad, dude. Their offensive line is horrible. Do they really think they can go get a quarterback and help? They need to draft all offensive line. Jeez Louise, bro. This kid has no time. But yeah, I think the offensive coordinators, bro, are going to be hard to come by. Like, you're not going to get anybody that's going to want to come in and under Antonio Pierce. That's not going to happen. That was the problem this year. Nobody wanted to be an offensive coordinator with their experience under a head coach with no experience. Nobody's, no man in their right mind is going to do that shit. Eduardo, what's good, my guy? O-line is killing our quarterback room. Our O-line? Bro, our O-line has been solid. Jordan Meredith has a 98.2% QBR, or fucking PFF grade right now. Like, the man has not allowed a sack or a pressure all year long. Now Jordan Meredith is hurt. Not going to help us. But, JPJ killing it at center. I think our O-line struggles in certain times, and I think our left side right now has been our weakest with Parham over there and Colton Miller. But now we're going to have to mix it around again. 5 weeks we had the same line. They were starting to get some continuity. They were starting to gel a little bit. And now we got to put, unless, I don't know the latest update because I'm on here, so I'm not checking everything out. But last I heard is Meredith was questionable or doubtful. So if he can't go, it's going to be Andre James at center. Not good. And they will be moving Jackson Powers Johnson over to the guard spot, which he plays well. That's good. But JPJ or Andre James at center is not gonna help us, bro. It's not gonna help us at all. But offensive coordinator, man, I don't know. I think, Scott Turner looks like he might be out the door heading to North Carolina with Belichick. If he stays, I'm fine with that. But he's gonna have to, bring in his own system and totally flip-flop this. Raph, what's good, my guy? So I don't, there's not a lot of offensive coordinators out there. Like, there's a couple guys you might be able to pull from some systems, that are quarterback coaches, like a Josh McCown, former Raider. Bring him in, see what he has. I mean, he's done a damn good job with Sam Darnold over there. As the quarterback coach, he was doing a damn good job, and he's been in other coaches. He was a quarterback. He knows systems. He knows offenses. I think Josh McCown would be a damn good pickup. Turner is too basic. Yeah, I see that. They need to take more shots down the field. I'm still not sold on his run game. Like, it's just their run schemes just ain't doing it for me. And I don't know. Like, I don't know who we bring in. It's too early for that. We have to wait till the season ends. Is AP going to be here? Is he going to be gone? Are they bringing in Vrabel? Are they shooting for the fences and going with, some crazy shit? I really like Mike LaFleur. I think Mike LaFleur would be the best option for the Raiders. His brother Matt LaFleur is over there killing it in Green Bay. He comes from the Sean McVay tree. Sean McVay is the quarterback whisperer. He's an offensive guru. And Mike LaFleur is just over there as offensive coordinator learning behind him. Just look at the guys that have come out, that have come out of the Sean McVay tree. They're all head coaches right now somewhere, and they're all killing it, minus Dennis Allen. But, Dennis Allen didn't do good with the Chargers. But minus that, everybody that's come out of that Sean McVay tree is killing it. And I think, he's got 10 years NFL experience. But I don't think he's going to leave the offensive coordinator job for the Rams to come over to the Raiders. You'd have to probably make him a head coach, which... Is he ready for a head coaching job, bro? I don't know. I'm all in. He's a good move. Let's go trade for Tyreek Hill. It depends on what they want for Tyreek. Now, I've heard a third and a fifth. Now, I wouldn't be mad at giving our third-round pick that we got for Devontae and just trading it over for a Tyreek Hill. That would make sense. But more than likely, they're going to want 2 picks this year because they're going to try, they're going to have to try to replace him. And they've only got 4 wins this year. And they're probably going to try to move up for a quarterback. If they're getting rid of Tyreek, they're probably moving up for a quarterback. So, I mean, a third and a fifth. I don't know. I don't know. Tyreek's up there in age. Injuries this year, injuries last year, bro. I don't know about Tyreek. Now, if the price is right, if the contract is right, how much you gonna have to pay him? Is he gonna want 40 million a year like Tay? No, I'm out. I'm out. For a third, a fifth, and 40 million a year? Nah, I can't do that. Not as GM. That's gonna ruin this franchise and set us way too far back. Now, if you got a quarterback that can throw the ball 80 yards down the field, which Shador's not that guy, then maybe you make that move. But what's good, Raph? You think the Raiders win today? This team should trade for a receiver. Have fans not learned their lesson from Moss, Adams, Brown, and Bryant? I agree with you, Kenny. I agree with you 100%. Appreciate you pulling up. If you're new to the channel, man, think about subscribing, hitting that like button. We are almost to 1,000. We're trying to get there today. That would be great. But yeah, dude, I agree with you. Like, trading for receivers is not the best because we trade for these washed up guys, like you said, like Adams, Brown, Bryant, Moss. All those guys were at the end of their career. Now, Moss did leave the Raiders and go to the Patriots and kill it, I do believe. But he had Tom Brady, bro. That's there's a big difference. So yeah, I'm not in him bringing in no washed up dudes. Now, everybody's saying T. Higgins. I'm out on that too. T. Higgins is gonna want too much money. It's gonna be another fumble, intercepted, and the Giants can run it back. Go, 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 go. Ah, you suck, bro. You fucking suck. It landed right in your hands. You had the whole entire field. Why are you running to the middle of the field? There was nobody on the sidelines. Oh, there's a fight. Oh, hit him. Oh, hit him. Put them hands on him. Heating up, boy. I like it when football games heat up. Dude had his helmet. Dropping them D's on him. B's on him. See, that's what I was saying. Michael Penix. He's a rookie. You're going to make rookie mistakes. That ball was tipped, though. It wasn't his fault at all. Oh, he caught it and turned and what the hell happened? He caught it, turned, and threw it to him. He just threw it to the defender. Oh, no, it popped out. That's why Kyle Pitts, they ain't been throwing you the ball, bro. That's why they ain't been throwing you the ball this year. You got to get them big old mitts you got and secure that shit. Damn. This is the best choice for us? What's the best choice for us? Tyreek? Yeah, I don't know about Tyreek, bro. I think, nah. I would much rather go get a kid named Darnell Armstrong from Arkansas. Like probably in the 6th, 5th, 6th, 7th round. I don't know. He's probably gonna fall. But this man is a athletic freak of nature, bro. Had 1,000 yards for Arkansas. Like 12 tutties. The man has made some crazy catches. Like, I seen him running backwards and just tuck a ball out with the hand behind his back like that, one-handed catch. The kid made some crazy catches this year. Obviously, I'm a Razorbacks fan, so I watched all their games. But Darnell Armstrong, bro, the man is he's gonna surprise some people at the combine with his athleticism, his speed. And there's a lot of receivers in this draft. Like this draft is stacked with receivers. So I don't see us trading for a receiver. I think the veterans we need on this team is in the backfield. Like, I know we have Epps, but he's on his last year, and with the injury, do they retain him? I think, Antonio Pierce is very, very big on Marcus Epps. and I think most of the staff is. I know Patrick Graham is. He always talks, about Marcus Epps. So do they bring him back? I don't know. I would like to see him say no and go with Trey Taylor. Go with some of these younger guys and see what we got. But we need some veterans in the backfield. Now, I was that dude that said trade for Marshawn Lattimore. If you don't believe me, videos don't lie, bro. Go watch my videos. Like 2 months ago, they were talking about could people trade for Marshawn Lattimore? Are the Saints going to give up Marshawn Lattimore? And I was like, bro, just go make the trade. Now, the Raiders could have made the trade for Marshawn because of the injuries and because they have a bunch of defensive backs. And I don't know what the Washington Redskins, who decided to listen to me and go get Marshawn and trade for him, paid for him. But he is helping big time in Washington, bro. As soon as he got there, Marshawn Lattimore just tightened up that whole backfield. The safety room, the corners, the slots, the nickels, like, man, tightened it up. So, whatever. I don't know shit about football, though. And I think they got Marshawn Lattimore on their books for under $4 million this year and next year, which is absolutely wild. So, yes, we need to go get a veteran corner because we are the sixth youngest team in the NFL. We need some veterans. We need to, have another big ass draft with the 10 picks we have. I think we need to get rid of some of those, move up, get some key guys. Maybe, swing back into the first round. I would love to see us get back into the first round. What just happened? I don't know if y'all heard anything I said, but man, I'd love to see us, trade back into the first round and get some of the, get some top guys in this draft. This team, I already read that. Tyreek Hill. Yeah, Hill would help us and teach our receivers to be really good. Yeah, but we have that veteran in Jacoby Myers. Like, Jacoby Myers is everything you need in a wide receiver. He could be a number one on, a lot of teams. He'll do anything he's asked. He's only dropped the ball, I think, one time all year, which I don't know how that's possible because he's had 70-something targets with 40-something catches, so, or something close to that. But I don't know how he's only had one drop. But PFF grade stats say he's only had one drop all year, which is absolutely crazy. And he's a veteran, and, his work ethic and the way he leads in the locker room. I think that's all we need. I think we have enough veterans at the wide receiver. I think he's got it wrapped up. I don't think we need too many vets in there. I think we need young, faster guys. I think we need to give, Trey Tucker the ball more, bro. Trey Tucker needs to be on some more out routes. Like, I've seen him beat guys. He's fast as hell. He's the fastest guy on the team. They just have no faith in their quarterbacks to throw the ball down the field. Now, with Aiden in there, it seemed like they had a little bit more faith to go deep. As you've seen, against Kansas City, we had 2 touchdowns over 25 yards for the first time all season. Fucking all season, crazy. But, man, it's halftime. I just want to come on here and talk about this game. I thought Michael Penix was going to do enough that the Giants could maybe win the game and help us out, but I don't know. I will be back on for the Raider game for sure. Much love. Appreciate y'all. Peace out. Go Raiders.